at ICLT. And I'm very sure many of you know her because this is the third time she is going to present at our platform. Let me give you a very brief introduction of what she does because summing up her working is pretty difficult for me in this session. She is director, Hampton School, Mexico, and she is the vice president, ICLT Mexico. She is teacher trainer, English language expert. She is a warrior. We just had a talk about it a while ago. And the combat she had been through in her life, she's going to share at her own. Over to you, Ethel. The ground is yours.
Thank you very much, everyone. Hina, thank you very much. I really appreciate that your presentation. Miss Room, congratulations for all that information you gave us. It was something really great to listen all the comments you gave us and all the possibilities for us to know how to find somebody who's in problems at our schools. I really congratulate and appreciate the invitation from the PPDCI. It's a pleasure for me to greet you from Mexico City, over here in Mexico State. I am a Mexican Brownie girl, a Brownie teacher who's trying to do her best in order to improve this kind of presentations from the book we're having on May month. Remember, this is a whole week. And today I will be more than glad presenting you everything as possible about how to care yourselves. Miss Room has helped us know how to do our best to improve the care about our children, teenagers, children, teachers. Everybody suffers once in the life, at least the bullying. Well, with the teachers we call it moving. But one of the things that I have to be speaking to with you is exactly the situation with teachers. I don't know if you are able to see my screen, but I hope so, because in this way I try.
Your screen is very much visible, Ethel. Your screen is visible. Your voice is absolutely clear.
Thank you very much for everything, Kina. Well, I prepare a small phrase. It comes from me, from my mind, and from inspiration from other teachers. But something that I learned, teachers, during my life is that a good master always teaches with love. The problem is that sometimes we forget to love even ourselves. So take the time to love yourself because you deserve it too. These are my words. This is my recommendation. And as Hina said, I am a teacher who's going to tell you about social emotional learning care and well-being. But for us to start with all this thing and this definition, the first thing that I want to know is if you really know what is the definition of self-care. Well, according to the National Institute of Health, to care ourselves is any action that we use to improve our health and well-being. And they give us 6 elements for self-care as a professional. The first one that you're focusing is in the physical, because obviously if we don't have a healthy body, we cannot have a healthy mind. So the second step is to have it in psychological. The third one is to be well in emotional, then feeling fine in spiritual, then social, and finally in professional. What do they say in these steps? Well, let's start. First of all, let's think. We are humans, yes, but before seeing ourselves as humans and as teachers, we have to remember that we are divided in 2, 3, even 4 parts. It's a body that is moved by an energy that is inside us. So when we don't have this thing correctly in our mind, which is a field of psychological, and then we don't have emotional, we don't feel that we are loved or we don't have love. And at the same time, we don't have a connection to the spiritual side, anything is going to be fine in the social or professional thing, teachers. With Miss Room, we have heard children are turning into something aggressive. Well, but not only children, parents, teachers, all professionals. It looks like humanity is not living correctly. We cannot speak even 5 minutes without discussing. This is because we are destroying ourselves from inside. It's suppose we have to follow these dimensions of wellness. One thing that is something interesting is that everybody cares about what we eat. Everybody cares about what we say. Everybody cares about how we feel. Even other psychologists, they say we have to care even for having a sexual life. Yeah, why not? And let me tell you, this is something very hard. It's a hard word to say, sexual life for teachers, because I don't know in your country, but over here in Mexico and in America, as well as other countries, I suppose, we teachers are seen as angels, as the ones that I have behind me. We don't eat, we don't have family, we don't have time to sleep, to rest. We know everything, we are perfect, but it looks like we don't have the permission to do nothing. Sometimes we, even ourselves, forget we have necessities. So please, teachers, let's start seeing why the teacher self-care matters, and a lot, believe me, a lot. When I am telling you this phrase, it's because if you are not right, anything is going to be right. The importance and benefits of self-care extend to every profession, but within some careers it is more stigmatized than in others. Well, if you see a lawyer, I hope I have lawyers over here who can raise their hand and say, yes, that is real. If you see a lawyer drinking a cup of wine, it's normal. It's part of the work. If we see a teacher drinking a cup of wine, everybody's going to say, teacher, do you drink? Yeah, sure. Sometimes I feel like that. And many people says that a good red wine helps you survive. But it's not well seen because our behavior has to be perfect. On the other side, teachers, for example, often find it easier to tell others to take care of their health than to do so. We go around the place in the school and when we see some children eating crispy Cheetos or I don't know, something that is not healthy, we say, you should not eat that. You are going to have a stomachache. Perhaps you are going to get ill. No, 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 no. Fruits and vegetables in your life, please. But teachers, if you really believe on yourself, the first one who eat unhealthy is us. Why? How does it happen? Well, we wake up really early, 5 a.m., sometimes 4 for the ones who are preparing an exam very quickly. We don't have breakfast. The most common thing we have is coffee. And after that thing, if we have time, we put a piece of bread in our mouth. If not, we go to school, and in some schools, perhaps in your countries it's different, but over here in Mexico, we have a kind of kitchen for teachers that give us delicious and vast food, which sometimes is not very healthy because it's really greasy, but it's delicious. Other ways, we go on the highway or we go on the avenues, and suddenly we find over here in Mexico, it's very typical to find the tamal or a torta, or we can have a pancake, we have a hot cake, something that is greasy too. And it's the only thing that we have for breakfast. Sometimes we try to stay with the children during the breakfast time, and they are running and we have to go behind them. But unfortunately, we never have time for eating slowly, sitting and enjoying. So that's the reason why this NIMH says, we say, but we don't do. Educators are encouraged to focus so much energy on others and so little on themselves. Self-care is necessary for teachers to maintain good mental health. Another point, which is something hard, teachers. Remember, we are this energy we have inside. I don't know if it happens only to me when I am in front of a group, but if you are feeling something similar, please think it twice. You enter to your classroom. You woke up very well with good energy, feeling perfect. Suddenly, the mood of the class is like distracted, they don't want to work, or they are really messy, jumping and laughing, blah, 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 blah. Teacher, 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 teacher. Everybody wants your attention. When you are in the middle of the day, your energy is down. You are sitting on your desk and you are trying to grade documents or to do exams. And suddenly you want to sleep. And you don't know how, and you're drinking little coffee or eating a chocolate, having a candy, a cookie, and you're trying to preserve your energy, but your body is still. Why, teacher? You are sharing your energy with the students. You are sharing with everybody that thing that comes from inside you and passes through your body. Remember, your energy inside is the thing that has to be really high. Otherwise, your classroom is going to be a mess. Your work is not going to be done, and your goals will never be done. And this is another data they gave us. Over 40% of teachers report feeling high stress every day during the school year, which ties teaching with nursing as having the highest stress rate on any career. Jesus Christ, doctors are heroes, as we are. But this is a little weird. Don't you feel strange? They say 40%, we are almost the 50% of people who is suffering this stress. But what is stress? How can we not feel it? Well, any possible comment that it sounds like in Mexico and it's in your country makes me remember that all around the world, all this globe and globalization is destroying ourselves. A mother arriving to school because the child doesn't have homework. The child doesn't want to do the homework because the teacher does not explain. The teacher is trying to explain, but the student is blah, blah, blah with somebody else. And suddenly, when you are trying to say, hey guys, pay attention. Ah, teacher, I am tired. You are trying to modify your class at the same time of trying to speak to the mother, speak to the student, trying to control other 50 students in your classroom, and suddenly ring, ring. You listen, it's your boss calling by phone. Teacher, can you please send me the examination? Teacher, can you please assist to this other course? Teacher, can you please take these other classes? Teacher, 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 teacher. And then the WhatsApp. Your hands are like this all the time. This is not counting all the emails you find in your place. And I tell us not to be stressed. Tell me how. We assist virtual, physical, intellectual, and family life. And suddenly you want to distress yourself. You think going out of the school, you will be able to be fine. You try to be with a pajama for sharing your time at home with a big, we call it chongo, a big bomb like this one, with no makeup or perhaps with sandals, the male teachers. You go to the market and you are la, 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 la. Oh, suddenly, teacher, somebody behind you. My student, oh my God, I have to look fine. I am the teacher. It's impossible to be not stressed. You are a teacher everywhere you go. Jesus Christ. Causes of stress can include lack of resources. Nothing similar. They want you to project something in the classroom, but you don't have a projector. They want you to have listening and audios and videos in your classroom, but you don't have anything to do with it. The class behavioral problems. As Ms. Aron said, somebody pulling the hair, another punching the face, some other saying lies from other person, somebody is just pinching the nose and taking out blood through the nose. Well, and when you say to the parents, could you please help me with your baby? No, it cannot be my son. I know him. He never does that at home. You are the bad teacher. Oh, Jesus. Or any pressure relating to standardized test expectations, just to name a few, but they all lead to the same outcomes, weakened physical and emotional health. Over here in Mexico, we have something so beautiful called COSFAC. What is a COSFAC? It's the National Training System for Government Teachers. And we have courses every weekend. And you are not finishing one diploma and then you are starting another. You haven't finished one course for specialized teachers and you're taking another in 2 weeks. And they tell you, we are going to evaluate you, teacher. For you to keep going working for us, you are going to be evaluated. Well, let me tell you this thing. This is the reason why the teachers matter and your self-care is important. After all this background I have given to you teachers, we have anxiety, stress, you have the burnout syndrome, disease symptoms, worry, panic, sleeping problems, social changes, then your family and other family problems. These are only some among many of them. Teachers. The ones that are family problems, I hope I can help you with this comment because my purpose is to share with you some possible solutions. The only point is not to come over here to tell you something that you are living right now. Yeah, everybody lives. We are teachers, right? The problem is not to live them. The problem is how to solve it. We have them on our shoulders, in our heads, inside our bodies, and nobody tells us what to do. And people always say, go to a psychologist, go to the doctor. Perhaps they can do something for you. But the truth, teacher, is that there's no doctor to heal your soul. There is no doctor to heal yourself if it is not you, the one who has to start caring itself. Well, that's the reason. Oh, 1 second. I guess I lost for a moment the sound. Okay, now here I am again. That's the reason why I prepared just 2 of the most common problems we have as teachers. The ones which we are trying to solve, but believe me, no medicine can help you with. Let's start by the very simple word. Your family and other family problems. Well, I have always said, I am single, unfortunately for some people. Fortunately, sometimes for me. Sometimes only because having a couple, it's important. Having a husband, I suppose it's something beautiful. So that is something I have to say, oh, I don't know if I am fine or I am not. But well, I have to enjoy it as it is. But what I do have is a son, and I have a mother, and I have a father, and I have sisters and brothers. My siblings are always worried about me, and I have to take care of them. Many people tell us, it's because you are always working. It's because you never help at home. You are not washing the dishes. How is it going to be possible you are not washing your clothes? Teachers, those familiar problems are important to care for yourself as the first point. Remember, for schools, you will always be one more teacher. But your children, your mother, father, and siblings will not have another member as you at their homes. If you have your own children, remember you will always be caring the other ones. But when you die, perhaps nobody will care your own children. There is no one who is going to teach your son or your daughter the thing that you are going to teach. Listen to this. If you are a good teacher and you have the knowledge, please remember one thing. You can teach your son or daughter how to help other humans, to make it humanized. And in this way, you are making double your work because there is going to be another mind, another two hands to help you solving the world. But if you die and you don't have the time to teach your child, there is not going to be no one else who's going to do it. There is no better place to put your knowledge than the head of your baby. Please, don't forget your family. Yes, the families of your students are important. And if your student is suffering, it's important too. Perhaps if there is an emergency, don't leave it alone, but always try to be there for your family first. The other ones will stay with you during the week, 3 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. But they will always go to the parents, and the real knowledge they are receiving is from the parents. Then, let's go to the second step, and we are going from bottom to top. The social changes. Well, we know COVID-19. Everybody speaks about that thing, normality. But I guess nobody has seen lately that we are suffering a worse illness that is called the loss of faith. Let me see if I make myself understand. I remember when I was young, my mother, over here in Mexico, most of the people is Christian, right? So as this is the basic religion over here, they focus on the Bible to teach us. I remember my grandmother and my mother used to say, if you are behaving wrong, God is going to get angry with you. Angels are not going to be with you with it, because bad girls are not accepted in the heaven. And normally the bad people goes to hell. So when we were young, we were scared about that thing, and we said, no, please, God, forgive me. I didn't say lies, or I didn't hurt the people because I didn't want to go to hell. Phantoms were something I didn't want to have in my room. But guess what? I was seeing people during these days. Society has changed, teachers. If you say the people, God is going to get angry, they say, God doesn't exist. That is only an invention from the church. That's what the people want us to know. You are going to go to hell. And they say, let's go over there to have a party. Oh yeah, over there we're going to have a lot of fun. I say, Jesus Christ. No God, no Satan, no hell, no heaven, no nothing. They don't care about nothing. If you tell them, you are going to find a drug dealer in your way if you continue behaving wrong. Drug dealer means money. Give it to me. I want to be one drug dealer. Teachers, how can we manage the situation? Social changes are the ones that really make us think on how the life is being distorted around us. Good values and humanity is being lost. Teacher, if you die, nobody will do your work. Yes, I know, it's stressful. I know, but it's something you have to take relaxed and easy. Breathe deeply. I am important in this world. Always say that mantra. I'm important in this world because I am a teacher. Don't allow the social changes to overpass your head. They will always happen, but we have to be stood like roots on planet Earth. Never move trying to teach the children, adolescents, and even adults, parents, and university students to make them remember they are losing their faith. Be careful when the humanity loses faith. There is nothing we can do there. For sleeping problems, teachers, I recommend you some other things. Typical, if you are the ones like me who wake up around 2 or 3 a.m. after going bed 12 p.m., there is only one thing I recommend you over there to do. Well, read a book, pray, breathe, and always say to yourself, you need to sleep, Ethel. You need to sleep. Tomorrow is going to be a hard day and students will be waiting for you. Panic and worry are some things that go together with the next point. Anxiety and burnout syndrome, which provokes these symptoms, and you know the stress. So let's see. Let's do a little test on ourselves, please, to verify if we have anxiety symptoms. Please, teachers, put a tick on yourself to do this test to you in order to see if you are going to anxiety, and after that thing, you will fall down in a stress, severe stress. Let's see. If you are feeling nervous, restless, or tense, like me yesterday, I was having rocks on my shoulders. Well, second, having a sense or in feeling danger like panic or doom. You go walking on the street and behind you feel like there's someone. Somebody's going to fall down. And all the time you're breathing inside like if you were scared. Be careful, teachers. Having an increased heart rate, you're sitting and suddenly over here is moving something. Your heart, you are trying to be fine, somebody gets you angry. You are sleeping and suddenly you sound in your ear. Be careful, teachers. Anxiety symptoms. Breathing rapidly, like hyperventilation. You are trying to take the breath inside. You are breathing in and nothing passes into your throat and your nose. Sweating, trembling. You're trying to, you're going to carry your pen and you're like this. We say in Mexico, the maraquero pulse. Feeling weak or tired. Trouble concentrating or thinking about anything or other than the present worry. I have to tell you something that the people does not believe, and be careful on that thing. If you feel something like this, believe me, I passed myself. In the past, I was trying to speak to somebody and say, could you please pass me the, and you forget the name of the things? That thing that is inside over there, the one that is in front of you. If you are suffering that lack of memory, teacher, be careful. You don't remember the name of the things. Having trouble sleeping, experiencing gastrointestinal problems, colitis, and then we have, what is the other one I have forgotten how to say? Gastritis, inflammation, flatulence. No, well, everybody thinks it's very easy. Having difficulty on controlling worry. It has passed only 5 minutes and you are going to arrive late and you say, hurry, 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 because I am in a worry. Come on, I have to arrive on time. If you are being so noisy for that thing, having the urge to avoid things to try their anxiety. Move, move, move. It's because as fast as we can, children. It's time for us to do mathematics because we have only 5 minutes and after that we're going to go to Spanish and then we're going to go to English. Teacher, you have the whole entirety of sentence. How many of them are for you? Well, if you are suffering more than 3 of them, be careful. Let me give you a little shoot of what can happen to you. Some months ago, I was in a medical treatment. I didn't realize I was sick many years ago. But Ethel is a superhero, a teacher who will never say no to nothing. And guess what? After suffering these anxiety symptoms and saying nothing happens to me, I swallowed everything in my body and it started destroying my organs. Last September 2022, I went to the doctor. Something was wrong. I always look happy like now. But when they did all the documentation of my body problems, I was almost on a heart attack. Holes in my lungs. My liver was really greasy. My stomach was almost destroyed. And the worst thing, my brain was having a fault. If I could not control myself through a good treatment, I could finish with Alzheimer's or something else if the rest of my organs survive. You can imagine how my life has been after these old months. Well, I had to investigate and I had to start with a treating. First of all, please teachers, if you have the symptoms, visit your doctor. Please go there. Start eating in a healthy diet, engaging in regular physical exercise, and getting enough rest. You really don't want to know what is to be injected in the throat or in the parts of your head. Passing a needle for you to sleep is something really painful, teachers. And you want to sleep, but you can't because insomnia is really big. You sleep 1 or 2 hours and suddenly your body starts trembling because you cannot be sleeping correctly. Please do a reduction of your stress. Many people recommend me to do yoga, meditation, and mindfulness. Well, believe me, the only thing that I found fine was to do meditation. I'm not good in yoga. My body was not only destroyed inside, even outside. My muscles were not strong enough for them to be putting one foot up. I was almost all the time sitting, so you can imagine my legs were weak. But if you are still in a good point of your body, please do yoga. If it is allowed in your country. Otherwise, you have other things to do. You can go running, jogging, perhaps walking if you don't have a good system. But do something, exercise. Another thing that is really funny, that is something I answered to the doctor, because the doctor told me, do you smoke and drink? And I said, I have never smoked. I am a teacher, I can't. And he said, your lungs are like if you were smoking all the life. And I said, how is it possible? Well, if you use chalk for the board, all the powder you are breathing goes directly to your lungs. please, if you are smoking, stop, quit smoking. And even cut back the caffeine. I mean, it's good, and many people says coffee is perfect and all the things, but teachers, caffeine go directly to our brain, our neural system, and that's the reason why we start trembling like this, because we are destroying our central nervous system. Put, I say over here in Mexico, put 2 lines below on the volume of the caffeine. Other techniques that can help you to improve with the anxiety will be the exercise, breathing, journaling, maybe practicing gratitude, distracting yourself, and caring for yourself. I turned myself into the woman of the plants. My therapy was to go and plant. I started sewing and I started caring flowers and all those things. Instead of staying in the computer, I used to stay and create a garden all around my place. Now you cannot see over here my office, but all around I have plants, and I speak to them and I sing to them and I tell them I love you. The connection with the nature is something that helps you a lot with anxiety. And the last syndrome we are going to see over here, which is like in fashion, teachers. It looks like we really like to be fashion people, even in the syndromes. Well, we ladies like the high heels sometimes, we like the colors for the moment, we like to make up, to change our hair, and even like to have the burnout syndrome. Congratulations for that thing. That was established like a syndrome for the World Health Organization since January 2022. It's in vogue. And what it is? It is a psychological condition that can affect the quality of life and the performance of workers who face excessive demands, stress, or anxiety in their work environment. Well, in a moment, I will synthesize everything for you. It was described by Herbert Frodenberg in 1974. This is a very old illness. Imagine from the 74, they decided to call it. But imagine many centuries ago, many teachers have suffered that thing, and not only teachers, all professions suffer this. Later, it was developed by Maslow and Jackson as a three-dimensional concept. 3. Do you remember we saw at the beginning 6? So it means the burnout syndrome destroys 3 of the 6. So half of you is in a disaster when you have the syndrome. It involves physical, mental, and depersonalization. Let's see if we understand. When we are in this syndrome, teachers, your body and mind is not connected, and you start saying, I am useless, I am not a good person, I don't have anything else to do, I want to die, it's better not to do it, why don't I stay in my home, it's better not to see my students, I don't want to know anything about my family. Push, push, push. It reduces personal accomplishment. In other words, teacher, this syndrome makes you feel stuck. You are like in the limbo. You wake up and do not see nothing beautiful. You open the eyes and you rather stay not in this world. You can even desire to die if you are here. The burnout syndrome is a progressive process that can worsen if no measures are taken to prevent or treat it. It can present symptoms similar to mood disorders, teacher, like depressions or anxiety disorders. Have you seen videos on different media where the teachers are hitting the students? Be quiet, you horrible child. Have you seen people who are killing their babies by their own hands? Have you seen videos where the husband is hitting strongly the woman, the wife? Have you seen that? Well, welcome to the jungle, teachers. This is one of the possible reasons. We are not going to notice when we are like this. Hopefully, I was just beginning to start there. My body was making me feel more worried than taking care of this situation. But psychologists told me, just little more time, you didn't accept your problem, and you will be in this. How? Well, the World Health Organization is the one who is giving us all this information. Teachers, this is the problem, a worldwide problem nowadays. And who do you think is the one suffering the most? Welcome, the teachers. Why? Because we solute our problems, the problems of our family, our children, and the problems of other families and other children. We teachers are the ones who live the life of other people. Not only ours, even other people's lives. Well as I am giving you the problem, I am showing you little solution, if it could be like this. But please tell me you are not suffering this. If you are, please start caring yourself. If you are not still in there, be careful not to arrive to this step in your life. What in synthesis I am telling you is that you will be destroyed. And there is one place no doctor can enter, and that is your mind. Psychologists only help you, remember. Therapists only help you to go ahead and care yourself. Psychiatrists are going to give you a lot of medicine, but there is no one who is a doctor of your soul that keeps in connection with your mind. First of all, accept the problem. If you're feeling like this, visit your doctor and look for a professional psychological help. Teachers, vacations can be a temporary relief. But vacation, how long are they going to give you in your school? Let's imagine all this situation. You are Barminam, they say in Hebrew, and I don't know how to say it in Arabic or in other languages, but God does not allow this thing. But let's imagine you are in this problem. I touch good with they in Mexico. You go with your boss and you tell, I am diagnosed as a burnout syndrome. I'm sorry, but I have to take vacation. Perfect, teacher. Take 1 week. Take 1 week. And do you think you are going to recover yourself in 1 week? Don't tell me. Monday is 10 years ago, Tuesday 20 years ago, and Wednesday is going to be 40 years ago. And pa-bam, like a magic, you are going to be fine. No, teachers. It's going to be only a temporary relief, but you will need to go ahead caring yourself, believe me, because there's not going to be another solution. When you are broken, you are broken. Regular your schedules, please, just order them. Remember, we have 20 hours. That is something my doctor said. Teacher Ethel, your problem is that you work 18 hours per day and you have 24 hours per day. If I give you 60 hours per day, you will be working 45 and the rest is for sleeping or for reading or doing something else. And he had the reason. So I remember this thing, order my hours, 24 hours, 8 hours for working, 8 hours for resting, and 8 hours for your family, your house, taking your time. Give at least 5 minutes during the day. Close yourself somewhere else. Say, I'm not here. Put your telephone in flying mode, I don't know, maybe no sound, no vibration. Finish it, kill it. Do You are not for no one. Thank you, Pinky. I know that's something. Please, teachers, remember, do exercise. This is something I still find it. With me, with myself, my baby says, Mom, you are getting fat. Stand up and do a little exercise. She has a reason. They can help you to combat the burnout. It says to combat, not to finish it. If you're experiencing burnout and you're having difficulty finding your way out, if you're a suspect and you also have mental health condition, there are voices speaking to you. If you have an earworm, you listen to ring, ring, and you turn, you say, but my telephone is not ringing. It's an earworm. Teacher, your mind is driving crazy. Stop it. Go. Remember, you are not alone. Go there. Tell your family. Don't discuss with your husband, with your wife, with your family. Don't do it. Be clear. Say, you know, I don't feel fine. I don't know, today I feel wrong. I am angry. Please give me a second. Give me a second. Let me breathe. Sometimes I say these words to my son. He is the one who is nearer me. And I discovered myself I was driving into an aggressive mother to him. And sometimes I just say, oh, Mr. Campos, I want to. Breathe and say, you know, baby, I'm wrong. Give me 2 minutes. It's not your fault. Give me 2 minutes, please. Suddenly, my son discovered it was necessary. And he was a good friend, not only a son for me. He was my real family. And he said, yes, Mom. 1 moment. Sometimes we think our family do not listen to us and we don't care them. But teachers, again, I say, remember in the school, you are another teacher. At your home, you are the father, the mother, the sister, the brother, the son, or the daughter. And you are not replaceable for them. Other tips for you to be healthy if they help you. Pray, teachers, pray. The ones who have a religion, a philosophy, the ones who really believe still in God, remember you are not alone. There is an energy over there somewhere, far away from the universe, to the infinite and beyond, as Buzz Lightyear says. Go there, close your eyes, open your mind, cry, bend your knees, hold yourself and say, God, help me. I need you. I have a lot of children to care. I have a humanity to say, everything is going to be fine, but nobody listens to me. Pray, teachers. Meditate. At least 5 minutes a day. Before you go to school, before you do anything with your pajama, it doesn't matter if you haven't combed yourself. Who cares, teachers? Who cares? Nobody sees you. And believe me, God, the name you want to give, and the name you were taught, it doesn't matter. God doesn't matter if you look beautiful or not. What he cares is what you are feeling inside. Always try to eat as healthier as you can. Give us a remedy, teacher. Well, if it helps you. And while I was going to the office, I found a place that used to sell yogurt, cereal, and some fruits and vegetables in the morning with juices or salads. So I asked them for the WhatsApp number and I told them, is it possible for us to have something in my office? It doesn't matter if you charge a little extra. Please do me the favor. I am a teacher. I need to be fine. The woman over there said, you're a teacher. Yes, I am. Yeah, teacher, I take it to your office, or in the case you are going in the way, call me and I prepared your salad and you can pass it. Please, for that reason, I am telling you, teachers, you are not alone. Communicate with the people, tell them your necessity. There are companies, there are little little steps where you can find the solution of your unhealthy food. Yeah, it's not a problem if you eat a pizza sauna or a hamburger or maybe a taco or something like that. Yeah, but don't do it like if it were something normal. Fruits and vegetables are important in our life. And water, don't forget we have to drink at least 1 liter in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening for your kidneys to be fine because we are sitting or we are under the sun. Another thing that helped me a lot, and I am sharing it to you in the third part, is to write down your outstanding matters before going to bed. I discovered my anxiety at night, and the reason why I got insomnia is because my brain was, as it was distressed, I was able to remember all my outstanding situations during the day. So I used to wake up with a pain in my stomach. A stomachache was there present at 2 a.m. in the morning. So I started writing them down before I was going to sleep and during the day with one notebook, a small notebook with me. And guess what? It worked. It worked a lot. And remember, there are exercises for doing before going to sleep. Breathe deeply, teachers, before you go to sleep. But make the air pass through your lungs onto your stomach and keep it there for 8 seconds and then breathe out through your mouth. It will reduce the stress when you are going to sleep. Surround yourself with plants, as I told you. These living things are good partners and they give you flowers and they make your life more beautiful. When you get angry or desperate, please breathe deeply and drink water. I received one information from one of my teachers from Hebrew language, and they told me once, there is one way to kill the evil in a human teacher. Many people call them Satan. And I say, is it possible to kill? And I said, yeah, that's real. Breathe deeply when you are in anger. Don't follow the game. And in this way, you will kill all the evil. And after the drink water. If you want to speak extra, drink water. If you are angry, drink water. And if you are in love, drink water. Always drink water. A good remedy for colitis, if you can drink it, and in the case you are suffering even for gastritis. This was something that a grandma recommended me and I drank and it was perfect. Green papaya and water milkshake in the morning for breakfast, one slice with peel. What? Yes, with peel. Cut it, put it in the shaker, and then blend it inside. Your stomach will de-inflammate. I know what I'm telling you. I used to look like if I were pregnant all the time. 9 months, 12 months, like an elephant. Now I have flat belly, the most possible, with my long hip, obviously. Sing and dance, teachers, something that helps a lot. Do you remember that when we were studying for being teachers, they used to say, if the child sings and dances, is a happy child? It's exactly the same for an adult. No matter if you do it alone, but if you want to do it with your friends and family, it's better. You are over there cooking and you go dancing. You enter to the classroom and you say, I'm going to do the dancing for the teacher. If you do it well, look, once I told you, I have some maraquitas for my students when they do it very well at work, and they get me a 10, and then I say, it's time for maraquitas. En un bote de helada, mar metido. That's what I tell them. And some people say, teacher, don't do that. And I said, I am happy. I am happy because you are doing it well. Take out that feeling of happiness. Don't need it. It doesn't matter what the people said. At the end, it's a feeling for you. Please, teachers, give yourself a birthday present when possible. If your monetary situation allows you, don't go and shop more shoes, no more clothes, no more bags, no. No more candies, no more cinema, no more other things. I know that we want to have a big television, a bigger one. Who doesn't want to? But teachers give you a big present. Give yourself a good word. Stop saying yourself, "Ay, if you're an idiot." No, stop saying that word. It keeps overheating your mind and you're destroying it. Give a short time to yourself. I tell them I don't have enough fingers to, to do my personal yoga. Give a short time to yourself. Give a hot shower. How long do you take in the under the shower? 5 minutes? When you go running in the morning? Next time, please do it 10 or 15. Stay under the hot water and say, what a delicious thing is this. Give a hug to yourself. Speak to this divine sparkle we have in ourselves and say, as many people says in other language, namaste. I can see. I can see myself inside. I speak to the sparkle, divine sparkle myself. You know what? Today we are going to do it better. And drink a transfer factor once a month. Remember, we are superheroes, but we are over here with the COVID and the cough, the influenza, and then we have the flu. We have many things. And the children going with us, teacher, good morning. There is speed is on our faces, and we are more proposal to get sick. Don't forget to join a club. Dancing, crafts, health, music. It can be live or online. Over here at the ICLT, as Hina works with us, the PDC works with us, we have something called the Wellness Club. Cristina Mauricio is with us over here in this chat. So she can share to us that link. Teachers, go to the Wellness Club. Start saying, hello, I am Ethel, and I am addicted to the chocolate. And everybody's going to say, welcome, Ethel. Okay, who cares about that? Share with somebody else that thing that you have. Why is all these things, teacher? Because a healthy and happy teacher is going to have healthy and happy students. And remember, your students are humans, not tomatoes that you can throw to the garbage. Healthy students and happy students are going to give you healthy and happy families, because the mother is going to, it's because you teacher are not doing your work and blah, 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 blah. And you're ready. Yes, ma'am, you have a reason. Why don't we try to do it? Just a second, ma'am. I can give you a solution. Let's find it together. You are not hooking with the fight. You are controlling and passing your happiness and tranquility to the people. That is something great. I can tell you to have a happy Teacher's Day. I hope so. I am more than glad to share all this information with you. And if you have any question, I guess this is the time if my possible answers can be given.
Thank you very much, Ethel. This last slide is very inspiring. Everybody, you can have the contact details of Ethel. And the most appealing thing on this is inshallah. Ethel has promised that she'll be learning our language. And these days, we are co-teaching each other. And inshallah, if Allah wills, is very much apparent on the screen, which takes all my heart. Thank you very much, Ethel, for being so kind. I am really very appreciative of the talk you put in today. It was very much needed and required. Teacher, social, emotional learning, care, and well-being are very important topics and areas. We have got a set of questions, Ethel. And this is Heather Ali, who's questioning how we minimize or get normal in situations of anxiety.
Well, something that was really worth it for me was to hit something. Have you ever tried to hit something? Not the people, no animals, please. But maybe, yeah, it's because sometimes we forget about that thing. Maybe what you can have at the beginning, meanwhile you are in the treatment, when you are feeling like that, please have a punch bag next to you, or perhaps you can have a pillow that is something that's maybe aggressive. It looks like aggressive, but it's worth it, believe me. You can have a pillow, and when you're really angry, you're feeling this anxiety, take out that energy. Remember, anxiety is energy that is stuck in yourself. So you have to give a way to go out. So please start hitting the pillow and maybe telling, I am going to be fine. I am going to be right. I love my family. This is everything because I want to be fine. All these messages are written in your mind, and the energy getting out of your body is going to let your body know that you are trying to do something better. Don't forget to go to the doctor for having a medicine. This is not a remedy, it's just temporary. But in the moment you are really wrong. And if it is at night when you are having this problem that you are awakened, what helps me a lot when breathing is not workable, I go to the Bible. As you know, I am a Christian and I know all the religions, but I really love to read sacred books. And sometimes I pray before reading the sacred book and I say, please help me to know. Help me to know what is necessary. And I don't know if it is because it's sacred or not, but when I am reading, suddenly I feel like I am asleep. Don't know if it is born or something else. But when I feel like that, I end up to my bed again and my body rests.
Perfect. Two more very important questions. Ms. Fatma Gul has question, does lack of professional development opportunities create frustration?
Yes, the answer is yes. But how can we live with frustration? The only remedy after 29 years of service as a teacher, I can tell you, teacher, don't know if you are young teacher or elder like me, but the only thing that I have to accept is that it's not my son, it's not my school, it's not my company, it's not my business. My business is myself and my family. I do what I can. If I can't, I give the solution to somebody else.
Right. And the last question is, which is all from my heart as well, how to become a happy and energetic teacher like you?
Well, you have to drive crazy for doing nothing. No, believe me, everything that I have shared to you, Hina, is something that I have done in my life, but I cannot lie to you. My heart all belongs to my creator. Every time I want to say goodbye to what I do, and every time I say, it's because the people don't understand, they don't deserve this thing, and I'm really angry, and I don't want to go ahead with my burnout myself. There is something inside me that makes me remember, I promised once in the heaven, I was going to be here to help my sisters and my brothers in this world. So whenever I want to say no, I say it's not because of humanity. It's because I believe in a God. And I promise him to do it well, only for him. And believe me, it gives me a lot of energy. And I say, oh, no matter what, but I will be happy and I will help the others to be happy. It made my body to get in a remedy, believe me.
And that's true. That's true. The real energy is with the connectivity with the creator.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. There is no another place to go. Connection with the biggest energy in the universe. Over there in heaven. Where, I don't know. Not yet, but I know it's a good place.
Yes. So thank you very much, Ethel. This is all from the questions, and I'm very honored and humbled to have you with us at this platform of PPDCI today. It was a roller coaster of learning the ideas and the way you have addressed the minor problems which we face, and we don't give them that significance as we should give them. So it was an eye-opener for everybody. Thank you very much for being there with us.
A pleasure, and I hope to see you soon, everybody. Remember, we are
Inshallah.
teachers, we are heroes, and we can do it.
Inshallah. All right, dear trainees, the link of attendance is already shared in the chat room. In case if you have not gone through that, I'd like PPDCI team to once again share the link here in the chat room, which you can open further in the browser. It's mandatory to attend 10 sessions out of 14 sessions. In case if you attend 10 sessions only, then you will be entitled to the certificate of attendance, which will contain the details of all the sessions which you have attended. I am recalling the program schedule, and it started right away from today, and it is going to go till 7th of May. The timing from Monday to Friday for all 10 sessions is going to be 8 to 10 p.m. as per Pakistan Standard Time. And on Saturday and Sunday, that's going to be 6th and 7th of May. The timing would be 12 noon to 2 p.m. as per Pakistan Standard Time. You can check the timing as per your own region and country. The glance of the topics is here on the screen, which PPDCI is offering you. And let me tell you, it's a very wide and very huge horizon of the opportunities we're going to explore in this tenure. This is going to be, tomorrow is going to be, this is Mr. Asan Das, IQ, EQ, SQ, and AQ. And then Ricardo will speak of mindfulness. Ricardo is also my colleague at ICLT. The next day, on 3rd of May, we are going to have learning difficulties and antidotes. On the very same day, we'll have communicative language teaching and learning. 4th May, mastering digital content organization and gamification and game-based learning. 5th of May, multiple intelligence and varied learning styles and integrating in a disintegrating world, understanding the importance of cross-cultural communication competence in today's academic arena is falling on 6th of May, along with critical thinking and problem-solving skills. The last day is going to cater creating a flourishing culture for professional development and fixed versus growth mindset. We'll have our keynote speakers on 6th and 7th of May. They are Jani Lewis and Dr. Ghulam Ali Burido. Our colleague at PPDCI and ICLT, Mr. Bilal Khan, will be presenting on building teacher-learner relationship on 5th of May. So this is all a glance of the topics which Bootcamp will be offering. Registered participants will be able to join with Zoom link, and the rest of the participants will be able to watch us live on Facebook. Thank you very much for joining us today. It was great to have you in audience. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us all and keep us in his safety. Thank you very much. Bye for now.